far, but
it's pretty big, pretty big. Anyway, where might we be? You see, we had a bit of trouble crossing this great pond, and I led my team to safety, but we need to know where we are.
We are at my hut.
Great.
It's my hut.
So we just came from O-Town. Perhaps maybe you've heard of that.
Yes.
Orlando.
Yes. I have been to Orlando a couple of times.
Great.
Is that where you're trying to head now?
No. We are what would you say the closest city is or town to your hut?
The Gray Spire.
Is that where were we trying to head?
You were yeah.
Where am I going?
No. You are going wherever you so desire to go. I think that you were traveling, right? But were you traveling? Were you traveling? I guess the question: were you traveling with purpose?
Well, I'm actually searching right now for my traveling companion. We were supposed to meet here at our hut, and he missed his check-in like 4 days ago. And I've just been hanging out, waiting to see if he gets here. But you guys look like you're fairly competent. Would you like to help me look for him?
Story. So how
4 days?
close
He's
to
probably dead.
Well, we're relatively close to a town.
Oh, which town might that be?
I'm going with Gray Spire.
Okay. Well, you seem like a entertaining folk. Perhaps you can regale us of your tale as we head to the Great Spire. Would you happen to have a wheelbarrow or wagon of sorts? We have some devices we might need to carry.
We can see what I have in my hut.
Sizzler, did you just put Roberto in your bag?
He doesn't fit in the bag.
Yeah.
10 by 10.
So I can perhaps make a wheelbarrow or something.
Well, now that we've landed, I can fix him so that he can walk with us. It takes a long rest, so for me, 4 hours.
Yeah. Would it be
still have
quicker
to
for
rest
me to...
for, or maybe you only actually have to rest for 4.
I mean,
I only have to rest for 4. But since we just rested, I don't actually need to rest, so I would just be working for the 4 hours.
Would you say I could maybe perhaps make a makeshift wagon or wheelbarrow out of the surrounding materials?
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, you could. You probably could. Yeah, no, you're fine. You probably could. I mean, you were right. You probably could.
Well, my thought was you can use my hut stuff inside, depending on what you're destroying.
Oh, hut stuff.
Look like?
Yep, I got blankets and stuff in the hut.
Can I get a description of this hut?
Yes, it is a small-ish hut, enough for, say, 2 people to be relatively comfortable inside at the same time. But nothing extravagant. I mean, what you would imagine to be a hut in the middle of the woods on the side of a marsh, sort of run down, sort of a little creepy.
Yeah, so I see that she has blankets, and kind of based on the fact that she doesn't know of us or kind of where she is, the fact that she says she's an adventurer for has been here only for 4 days yet has this hut. I think she's just a little off. Have you?
I've been waiting for 4 days for my dude to come back to the hut.
Gotcha.
She seems fine to me.
You've seen a barrel before. They have wheels, not blankets, right?
Well, yeah, you said, or like a stretcher or something was what I was thinking.
Right.
I don't think a stretcher is going to work for Roberto.
So I'll take whatever planks and stuff make sense to make a wagon that probably just has to be pushed.
Okay, roll me 1.
I'll help.
Roll me 1. Oh, you'll help him? Okay, so roll me 1d6.
I want to give him guidance.
1d6 for what?
With advantage for how long it takes you to construct this thing.
Can I give him guidance on that? Well, I guess that's an ability check.
Yeah, but well, hold on. That's okay. So it's going to take you 4 hours to make, and then but roll your wood carving skills, and we'll go from there.
Well, if that's the case, then he's.
If it's gonna take 4 hours, I just might as well fix them.
Yeah, there's no point. You just said it could take less than that time. That's the whole reason we went down this route.
Okay, we'll fix him.
Well, I'm gonna take some time to fix Roberto, getting him up and running, guys. So why don't you just take a look around the area, see if there's anything else that we can grab on our new journey now that we're short on supplies.
We could also just take a look around and see if her friend is, around.
Nearby.
Died nearby. All right, I'm gonna go work on my toad. See you guys in a bit.
So insensitive.
So tell us about your guy.
So he has a platinum pendant, and I can probably give you a picture of that. Draw it for you.
I meant the person, not the items on him.
Well, so he's tallish. He's like about 6 feet. And last time I saw him, he had brown hair, and he's an elf. And
last time you saw him, does his hair change?
Well, it can. I mean, you can cut it and make it bigger, make it shorter, change the color with all sorts of stuff.
You ever heard of hair before, Chief?
Does your hair not change with the time and whatever you plan on doing with it?
I wouldn't change it to such an extent so often that during adventuring, I would come back to my friends with a different haircut style.
That could be pretty cool for your stories, I'm just saying.
Maybe my friend, he's a bit more fashion forward than you.
Perhaps that's why he's been gone for 4 days. Worried about
Perhaps.
Maybe he's trying to find flowers for the pigments for his dyes.
Possibly.
So, what was your tallish friend with brownish hair that last time you saw him with a platinum pendant? Where was he headed?
Well, we were taking the fork in the path. I was going right and he was going left, and we were going to come back to the hut after we'd gone exploring for about 6 days, and that was 10 days ago was the last time I saw him.
And his name?
Arnold.
Arnold the elf.
Yep. Arnold the elf.
Oh, fuck. Guys, we're going to fight invisible stalkers, and it's going to be dope as fuck.
So
that's my prediction.
I point to the path over here. So this path over here, you suspect is where he headed.
Yes. Well, that is where further down the path there's a fork. And he went left and I went right.
Does that happen to be on the way to the Citadel?
Yes.
Happy day. Well, I guess
I don't know. I don't think it's a particularly happy day. I mean, one of your giant frog appears to be broken, and I'm missing my friend. So
well, we're fixing him, and we hit land. It is a happy.
We'll find your friend.
All right. Well,
yay!
Don't get your hopes.
Hello. Ooh, someone new has appeared. Who are you?
2 new people.
I am Lina, leader of the Batmen.
Never agreed to that name.
Oh, this Bungo person was the one talking the most, so I just assumed it was him.
No, he's the sidekick, like Robin.
I walk away and just say if Sizzler needs help.
Oh, Ulfgar, you here too?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, great. So, just a very quick recap for Lina and Ulfgar.
I've been in here the whole time.
Oh, okay, great. So, just a quick recap then for Lina. So, Lina, you all sort of did those of you who were paying attention on the boat, you did your best to try to keep the course, which was north. After a series, sort of after the entire evening passed, despite the best efforts of the group to move north, you spotted land to the west. And so you paddled, the group paddled to get to land. Bungo couldn't stop complaining about being on a boat. So you did your best to just make it happen. Get to land, figure it out from there. As you got to land, you landed in a bit of a sort of a marshy area, not like on a beach or anything. It was sort of a marsh that you delved into. You saw a sort of a wooden hut shack thing in the marsh in the woods. And you have met this new individual who was housed in said shack, who has informed you that she is missing her friend, and that's sort of whose name was Arnold, and that's sort of where we left off.
Okay, time out. How many days have passed since the last time we played in game?
This is the next day.
Okay. Well, Lina,
How do I?
very diligent, drank a potion that morning.
Look at you go. How many more do you have?
4 after this.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
How do I send pictures? Can I send pictures?
So you can link them in chat if it's to a web thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think that's probably the best way.
Okay.
There's another way to do there's another way to post it in chat, but that's beyond my skill level.
That's horrible to hear about your friend. Lucky for you, the Batman are here, and that sounds like exactly something we would hope.
I'm so happy naked dwarf picture didn't pop up when I put that.
Yeah, aren't we all?
I wonder. Paste. Nope. That's not an image.
You have to type in brackets. Go open bracket word. It could just be image. Close bracket. Then parens. Open parens. The link and then close parens, and then you can paste an image as long as it's like a JPEG.
All right. Open bracket, close symbol, close bracket, and then open parentheses.
So yeah, open bracket, type in a word, close the bracket, open parens, put in the link, close the parens, and it should work as long as it's that's not a bracket.
Nope. Oh.
Bracket.
Hold on. This one is bracket. I just was holding down. I tend to, when I'm doing stuff, I tend to hold down space.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just realized you had to put a space in there, Adam.
So, open bracket, space, the word space.
No, don't worry about spaces. We just have to...
there's no spaces, but you have to do that when you're trying to type stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
So it's only actually going to post a picture if it is a direct link to the picture itself.
Yeah,
if you right-click on the picture and select View Image, then you take that URL, then it should do it.
All right.
Is there a space in between the image location?
I will figure this out.
I can do this.
Nope. I'm gonna figure this out.
Sizzler, what?
Holy cow.
What?
Yay!
Just so you guys know,
That's
this
the
also
symbol.
works for GIFs. So if you want to put in a GIF, you can do it the same style.
Was there a space in between the bracket and the parentheses?
No.
Is that really toe is gonna look like now?
This
Yeah.
is
That's
what it looks like.
horrifying.
Please no. That is the thing of nightmares. I would not like to see that on a semi-regular or regular basis.
Token. Hold on, guys.
I like the pendant. I did it. This is what the pendant looks like.
It looks like a pendant.
Oh, you have to click it. It's a hyperlink?
No.
Oh, yeah.
crap.
Well, if you're doing it the way that you guys told me to do,
Hashtag Crocfax.
I can just bring up the image.
Cool. We should
Move
move
on.
on.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. All right,
Sorry.
so that's okay. You can, as we figure it out, we can go from there. Not a big deal.
Just click
Okay.
my hyperlink.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
We're waiting.
I want to go try to find some clothes.
All right. Well, if you'd like to go into the hut, or perhaps ask this individual who you just met if there are any spare clothes in the hut, that might be. Are you just? Your clothes got
I'm
burnt off.
Straight up naked right now.
Okay,
I'm
there's a
just,
small amount of clothes, but you're also very overweight. So can anyone tell that you're naked from the waist down?
I mean, when I turn around, they can.
Oh yeah, they can see
I'll
your butt.
flash
That's a
them
good point.
cheeks, man.
Yeah, true.
Why is Ulfgar naked?
my-
Because he was only wearing some sort of underwear type thing, and then
Loincloth.
Yeah. and then he was wearing a loincloth because he was enslaved, and then he took a fire-breathing dragon flame like point blank.
To the dome.
Yeah, and so it singed off any hair on his head that he had left, and also his loincloth.
I've been freeballing it since the boat there, Lina.
I think he should stay naked. It's an intimidation tactic.
Naked Ulfgar +1 to intimidation rolls.
Ah, dude, it's that stink damage, remember?
Oh god. All right, so what do you guys?
Ramunda cheese.
Oh, please. This is just getting worse and worse. What are you guys gonna do? Ulfgar, you're gonna look in the hut.
Yeah, I'll look in the hut for some clothes.
Okay.
That's my house. Where are you going?
Excuse me, sir.
That is, you're
do you
naked.
do you have a towel or something I can put around me?
I have a lot of, let's just get you dressed. I have a lot of clothes. You are welcome to some.
Thank
I
you.
open up dressers and they're full of all kinds of clothes in all different sizes. Take your pick.
Thank you.
Yeah, only here for 4 days. Check.
Wait,
What
what's
a
happening?
what a mysterious stranger. Yeah, that looks perfect. Yep. That's exactly what I'm picturing.
Yes.
With the hand in the pants, too.
Very good.
I like to pretend the underpants are just like an extension of his beard.
That is so
Bayonetta.
What a goofball. All right, so what is everyone else going to do? Lina, Bungo, Alden, Ivaris. I think Sizzler, you're focusing on fixing Roberto, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Oisin, help Sizzler repair the toad. We're going to go out and search for Arnold, who's missing.
Yep.
Try this one more time. Yeah. Nope. Didn't work. Oh well. I give up now.
Thank you for trying.
All right, so you are going to search, I assume, down the only path that you see.
Are you gonna just hang out in the hut, or are you gonna go with the group?
I'm gonna take a quick peek in the
I
well just
will
to make
walk
sure
with that,
nobody
yeah.
fell in it. But
All right.
after that, yeah, down.
Okay, roll me either an investigation. Okay, Ivaris, you notice that the well, you're Do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay. You notice that the well is unreasonably deep. That you cannot see the bottom, and it does not seem like, at least to your eye, that you can see water either.
Ma'am, I don't think I ever caught your name.
My name's Drip.
Wait, I just went Southern accent so quick.
Drip,
Yeah.
your well here.
Yep.
Is completely dry in a marsh,
Huh.
and I can't see the bottom. Seems
Well,
a little
that's good.
strange.
Or no, that's bad. Well, I was wondering why. Usually I just get water from the marsh. I don't worry about the well that much. But interesting.
Something is up with this chick.
Drinking marsh water, that's a problem.
That's probably fine.
Alden, evil Alden wagon. It's probably fine. Ignore, he waves his arm in the end. This is not the random weird person you're looking for.
Yeah.
I believe in giving people the benefit of a doubt.
Well, thank you.
Lina, you can
Lina
make
casts
light on objects.
Lina casts light down the well.
Okay, how does that work functionally? Can you cook light for me, please?
So she can cast it on an object and then drop it down.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna bring out a coin.
I'll just
Cast it on this.
I'll put it on a rock so you don't lose your money.
It was just a copper coin. I
Okay.
felt like that was more fun.
Well, you got to make a wish if you drop a copper coin down the well.
Okay, Lina makes a wish that all crockbacks unsubscribe.
Okay, drop it down the well.
She does.
So you cast light on this coin. You throw it down the well. Do you say your wish out loud, or do you keep it to yourself?
She keeps it to herself. No.
Okay.
She says it out loud.
Okay. Sort of a disembodied voice from the bottom of the well shouts up, "Thank you for resubscribing to Crocfax."
That's awesome.
Username Lina. Okay, but seriously, you so you watch the.
Sorry, it's
You're fine. Don't worry about it. You watch the the coin go down and deeper and deeper and deeper, and then the coin disappears into the darkness.
That seems super bad.
This is spooky. How deep is your well?
I have no idea. It came with the hut.
Personal question.
Do you think your friend fell down it?
I don't think so. I mean, we knew the well was here, and it's marked. It's not just a hole in the ground. It's got stuff around it, I assume, looking at it.
Yeah, it's a normal well. It's an absolute, and just a totally normal well that you would get, typically get water out of.
Yeah, so I mean, if he was a small child named Timmy, I'd be concerned, but he's an adult person, and I think he would have noticed the giant well, having been to the hut multiple times.
Lina looks around the well. She rolled an 8.
Okay, you see, I don't know, the typical things that come along with a well. I mean, it's got a stone, like a stacked stone, sort of small wall that's surrounding the well. It's got a sort of a wooden mechanism, a wooden sort of arch type mechanism that's holding the bucket above the well. It's got a typical wooden bucket attached to it, and it doesn't have any winch mechanism for pulling it up and down. You just sort of do it by your hand on the rope, but just seems like your typical well. But it's the bucket is noticeably dry. It seems like it hasn't been used in quite some time, and like I said, do you have dark vision as well, Lina?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you can't see the bottom. You cannot see where this well. The bottom of this well, and obviously you didn't see it when you cast light on the coin and dropped it down. You did see it for quite some time, and it just continued to fall and fall and fall and fall. And until you can no longer see it.
Lina's gonna peer over the edge and just yell, Lina!
It just echoes, Lina, 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 Lina.
How swell is this well?
It is.
Roll me a persuasion to see how swell the well is.
It has to be of the finest craft workship because the water table in a marsh is so high,
Very
and this
much
is
not
bone
a
dry.
swell well.
No, it's to you, Alden. The well's not very swell.
I distrust the well.
We should
You do not
perhaps
persuade the
come
well
back
to
and
fill up with water.
investigate the well later.
We should go on. I'm bored with the well.
Well, it's kind of boring.
It is.
But it's weird because I've never even thought about using the well before. And he was just like, I have all this water from the marsh.
It's a nice decoration piece for your hut.
Right? I felt like it just complemented it really well. I guess I assumed if the hut ever caught on fire, I could use the well, but it's a marsh. I'm less worried about that. It's very interesting. Does anybody have rope? How far down did that coin go?
Okay, I'm back.
Far enough that we can no longer see it.
Interesting.
At least 60 feet.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't
me.
have 60 feet worth of rope.
Yeah. Let's go look for your friend.
Okay.
All right, who's going down the path?
I will follow them because I am looking for my friend.
All right,
But,
Sizzler's going to stay. Roberto's going to stay. Bungo, are you going down the path?
Well, I pieced out on that conversation, so unless they're tapping me, they come
All
with me.
I mean, I'll yell across the marsh as we're going. We're heading out to look for Arnold, the missing elf. Oysten, stay away from the well. It could be bottomless.
Come here. I'll teach him something useful.
How to repair toads.
He can
Oh,
either
right.
learn how to repair a toad or learn about wood carving.
ooh,
Say, I'm
No,
gonna
this
wave
is-
to them and say,
Whoa.
"Bye, friends. We'll be
No,
back
hold on. I'm
later."
just shifting to the proper map. Hold on. I haven't deleted all these default
That
ones.
was
So I
so trippy.
have to shift quite far. So everyone just close your eyes for a second. It'll be a minute.
It's okay.
Hey,
The whole
sister,
screen's
All I can see is black anyway.
Yeah.
While you're there, can I
Except
have
for
my
the resource page.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
have my
see
thieves'
things
tools
now?
back, Sizzler?
Yes.
Yes.
No. We can see a bottom left corner.
Yep. Put yourself on the
Yeah.
bottom left.
Yes, Captain.
oops. Sorry.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, the other thing, Nikki, can you
there we go.
do you see at the very bottom of your screen where it says "as" bottom right?
You.
Yep. Just
No,
shift
hold
it
on,
to
wait a
your character name.
Aha! Got it.
Okay. Great. So you follow the path. The path is very short. So you walk through these woods, right? You walk through these woods, and then, I don't know, literally within 25 steps, the path ends and abuts to a cavern.
Weird. I expected a fork in the road. This is interesting.
What would you guys like to do? The group, the adventuring group, who is the...
Well, how dark does the cavern look?
I mean, it looks pretty dark. It's a cavern. It's the middle of the day, though, so you imagine you can take a gander.
Our feeling on their shoes.
Yeah, I'll take a peek inside.
All right. So you take a peek inside, and you can see that.
Ooh.
Oh, this
There's
could
a-
be like a mountain or something.
There's a wall that extends. Each block is approximately 5 feet. So there's a wall that extends, 25, 30 feet in front of you. Short wall. It looks like the cavern. It looks like there's a bit of a fork in the cavern.
Hey, look! There's my fork. I went this way.
So as you as you go this way, as you go to the right, it reveals a bit more of the cavern to you.
Alden, are you coming?
He did.
I guess.
That's the way I went.
I want
But
to go.
Arnold went left.
So
Yeah.
you see, so let me quickly describe. So when people who sort of took the 2 or 3 steps to the right with Drip, you see a hole, like you see a waterfall that's coming from somewhere inside the cavern, from the roof of the cavern, and it is going down into sort of this puddle, and then the puddle is just going over this huge waterfall down into this sort of like bottomless pit, and you hear the sound of rushing water.
Wait, how far away is this cavern from the hut?
It's like I said, it's close. It's very close. But there is it's thickly wooded between the hut and the cavern, so you wouldn't have seen it from the path when you started to walk it. But you're walking for less than 5 minutes, and you bump into the cavern.
Okay, everybody, wait here and tell me if you see something. And then Lina runs back to the well and throws another coin down the well, but casts Featherfall on it.
Okay.
And then runs back to the cavern to see if it falls through.
Okay. No one sees the coin fall through.
Okay. Never mind.
That was a good idea, though.
I know. That's exactly where my mind went. My mind went, that's interesting. I wonder if that's where all my well is.
That's not where my mind went.
All right. So you guys want to look to the left?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going
that's
up
the
there.
way Arnold went.
Okay. So it reveals that the path becomes thin.
The road less traveled.
Sorry, Ulfgar.
Single file.
Sorry, Ulfgar, what?
Well, it's okay. We just told him about the rules for squeezing, so I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't think that you're going to fit through there, Ulfgar. Sorry, bud.
Okay.
Get out that spade and start... No, I'm just kidding. Get out that spade and start digging yourself a trench to get through.
Yeah, through rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still only have a shovel and a scimitar, huh?
That is true. Yep, you're going to have to get
This is
yourself
gonna be
some
fun.
real weapons. Okay, so are you guys going to investigate the left path and investigate the right path? How's this going to go?
Well, I think that going left where Arnold went makes the most sense.
All right. Any investigation rolls? Any kind of rolls? Anyone want to do anything specific?
I want to go look down this little well.
Okay. Roll me an perception and roll me an investigation, Ulfgar.
Perception and investigation.
Wow, that's very, very good, Ulfgar. So, Ulfgar, you notice that there are footsteps leading from the front entrance of the cavern over to the right. And then you notice there are sort of like skid marks that you would imagine like a humanoid's feet would make that go into the water.
Ooh. I think something happened over here.
I will head over.
Like
Well, what have you
it
found?
seems to you, Ulfgar, as if someone was dragged into the water.
That looks scary.
Wait, can we take a time out to really appreciate what Sizzler and Bungo are doing?
All right, how are they doing the different colors? Is it like a whisper feature? What's happening?
I don't know. Bungo's been doing it the whole time.
Yeah, how do you do that? It's not Olsen
Probably
either.
an
It's Oysen,
asterisk
but...
at the start of
Oysen.
it.
Oh, I
tried doing it according to the Roll20 thing, but for some reason it didn't let.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering like what is going on with the anus talk, but for those of you who are not there last week, which would just be you, Nikki. So Ivaris crit failed his roll to kick the mechanical toad over off of the boat, and he ended up, because it had been melted by the dragon. That's how it died. The dragon essentially melted it. And so when Ivaris crit failed his roll to kick it over the edge of the boat, his foot went through the ass of the mechanical toad, and he got it lodged in there essentially. So I guess that's what they're attempting to do, is to mend the toad anus.
Cool.
Anyway, and for people who are watching, for people who are watching on stream who were not there last week, it's not some weird, it's not some weird thing that they're doing.
Not some magical
It's
land.
exactly some weird thing they're
There's
doing.
literally a hole where the toad's butt used to be because Ivaris kicked his foot through it.
Right?
And just a
Nothing
little
weird
heads up,
about
he's a
that.
robot.
Yeah, he's also he's a mechanical toad. Anyway, so where we were was that Ulfgar, investigator Ulfgar, barbarian investigator Ulfgar,
Aye, Captain.
has discovered that a scuffle seems to have ensued, and it does indeed look like at the edge of the pool, and it looks like someone was dragged into the pool of water.
Can Lina determine what kind of species they were? Based on, like, the footprints?
Yeah, it looks like it was a medium-sized humanoid creature.
These tracks look like from a humanoid medium-sized creature, guys.
Were they wearing boots?
Tallish.
Yeah, it seems like it was. Yeah, you don't see like toe prints or anything. It seems like it was. They were wearing shoes. Certainly, I don't think you could differentiate between what types of shoes they were wearing, but it was certainly wearing shoes.
Wearing Crocs.
It was the shoes.
Hashtag Crocbacks.
Also, Lena's totally wearing her Crocs. She's gonna cast light on another coin and throw it down the hole.
Okay. So as you all notice, well, particularly anyone with dark vision, you notice. Well, people with dark vision see it a little bit further, but everyone sees the coin go down. The coin, like you see the water. The waterfall continues down the entire way, and then very similar to how the last well was, the coin disappears, but differently from last time, you because of the way that the water is going down, you actually see that the coin right before it disappears out of your sight, you see the coin flicker as if it landed in water.
I thought there was water at the end of my well.
This is not your well, woman.
I know, but like if it ended and just kind of disappeared for a second before, maybe it's because it hit water at the end of my well.
Oh.
Does anyone want to jump down with me?
I do.
I don't
I have
recommend that.
absolutely no
There's
urge
no
to do that.
guarantee that you can get back up.
Does anyone have rope?
We'll magic missile ourselves up because there's water.
I can't believe I let you set a precedent for that. Now you're out for everything.
Yeah.
I'll just magic missile. I'll just cast Featherfall and magic missile my way up.
Oh yeah, it's just feather falling. It won't hurt it.
It won't
I
hurt.
should have said
but
no when you suggested that the first time. That was such a bad idea on my part.
Can you actually get back up?
Yeah, with
Because
magic missile.
it's pretty easy to starve to death at the bottom of a pit if you can't get out of the pit.
Well, we can throw food down to them. It'd be like having a pet.
Wow.
Or
Is
we
there
could,
anything
get
in
rope.
The pool
Where does
of
it go if
water?
I have to go to the bathroom in the pit? Is the question.
I mean,
In the pit.
Yeah, you probably find a
Do
corner.
you guys
somewhere.
remember the last time we had a pit?
Yeah, we
I
all
do
jumped
not.
down.
I
It
don't
didn't go so well for us.
Trip. I do not.
I jumped down it. It was pretty cool.
Is there anything in the pool of water?
Roll me an investigation. There's water and pebbles in the pool of water.
What about me?
Yeah, so you see that there is, again, there's water and pebbles in the pool of water. The water is crystal clear. It's very cold as well. And you notice that the way that the pebbles are, and sort of the floor of the pool is, sort of the bottom of the pool, it seems as if this water source has been here for a very long time. Like this is not something that just occurred. Like this is something that has been this way for ever and ever.
Interesting.
Well, if there was a struggle here and somebody got dragged into this pool of water and then possibly thrown down that pit, whoever did it probably still up here.
No, because we don't see tracks leading away that match the same tracks that were leading them here. They probably went down together, and there's probably like a secret cool hideout that we can go explore.
Or 2 skeletons.
Skeletons are cool.
Can
Are
we
you a
decide?
necromancer? I don't know what you are.
Can we decide all together to throw somebody down
cleric.
there?
Huh. It doesn't preclude being a necromancer cleric. Do you have like affinity for the dead? Is there a reason why you want skeletons at the end of the well? You seem very dark.
Skeletons are cool.
Well, yeah, skeletons are better than rats.
That is true.
Wait, hold on, Alden. You are sort of a necromancer. Don't lie.
I do one necromancy spell, and everybody thinks I'm a necromancer.
Well, technically, if you can do something, it makes you that thing. Like if you can do cleric spells, it makes you a cleric. If
I
you
can
do
lie. That
necromancy-
doesn't make me a liar.
Yeah, let's not
Yeah,
get
it
in,
does.
let's not get into the ontology of, let's just not get into an ontological debate in this cave, please.
All right.
I'm gonna put my foot down.
As long as, well, you can get into a debate as long as it's about #crocfax.
I think we should check this other path and see if there's
Alright, I got
anybody
you.
else up here and exhaust this before we
Thanks, Alden. Okay,
before we
Ivaris.
consider going down that.
Well, then my next question is, do we want to leave a note for your buddies so that if they, like, we can just draw it in the dirt or something so that, like, if they come up behind us, they're not like, hey, what happened? And think we went down the pool, because that seems to be, you guys seem to like pits.
Can I
I
write the
wouldn't want
word
them to go that
jump
way.
arrow down the hole?
I don't
Yes.
think we need to write them. I'll
That's
just call
the
them.
letter. Is
What
we're
did
gonna
you
write-
do? What did you do, Ulfgar? You wrote
We're
what?
gonna write the word jump with an arrow pointing down the little water.
So that's what Ulfgar does before he leaves. He writes in the sand "jump" with an arrow pointing down the hole.
Yes, and then I guess we're walking over here.
Okay, so you all just walked over there previously without investigating, so you don't notice notice anything in particular other than several sets of footsteps. Are you gonna keep making your way down the pathway?
Yeah,
Roll an investigation to see what's down it.
I'm gonna
Yeah, sure. Roll.
draw
Anyone
my-
who wa-
pull
yeah,
out my
anyone who
shield.
wants to roll an investigation and or a perception, and we can go through it from there.
Huh. Can't roll an investigation again.
Yeah, and you can roll both if you want. It's fine.
Ew. Sorry.
That's my perception.
Oh, good lord, Drip. Okay, so Drip, you notice that down this path,
Uh-huh.
Apart from where everyone has walked already, right? Once you get past the point where everyone has already walked, you notice that there are no footprints at all. There's nothing. There's just, it's like no one has ever walked on this path before.
This is really weird, you guys.
It's the road less traveled.
Lina, you also notice that. Obviously not with the clarity that Drip does, but you notice that the path doesn't really seem like it's taken very often. The rest of you sort of don't quite pick up on it as much. You just notice a sort of a sandy path in a cave. But again, Drip, you notice that it doesn't look like anyone has ever taken this path. And Lina, it looks like this path hasn't been taken in a very long time to you.
Drip, are you sure he went this way?
I think so.
What did you do when you went right?
Yeah, see, honestly, I don't really recognize this cavern. Maybe I went to the wrong hut. That's what's happening. I don't really know. It was a while ago. I have object permanence problems, so I get distracted really easily, and I forget important facts. So I don't remember coming to this cavern. That doesn't mean I didn't. It just means that my memory's not the best. So I think he went this way.
So you all travel. Are you going to continue to travel down the cavern path? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause
still
they
want to
won't
go.
I'm
let us
drawing my shield.
Okay. So you continue to travel down the path, and you just get to the end of it.
This is a cavern of nothingness.
We jump.
Alright.
There's nothing on the left path. It doesn't look like it's literally. It doesn't look like it's ever been taken, other than by you guys.
Hey,
Does it
Did
look
everyone
naturally
prior to
formed?
this? Go ahead.
before we head out, Lina's gonna send a message to Sizzler and Bungo. And just be like, hey, there's a cavern that we found and we're going left. Also, totally don't jump down the well, even though it says to jump. Okay, bye.
Okay, I probably wouldn't jump into a well anyway, but thanks for the caution. I appreciate it.
Maybe the reason no one ever went down this path is because they all knew it was a dead end, but that doesn't make any sense either.
Well, again,
This is
so sorry.
abandoned.
I should have specified. So, Drip, to you, it looks like no one has ever gone down that path. To
Right.
the rest of the people, it looks like no one has gone down that path in a very long time.
Okay. This is just really weird over here.
Wolfgar wants to jump.
No one knows Ulfgar's over there, so that would be great.
Oh goodness, Lina's dead.
Yeah. All right. I'll head back down.
Lina, what are you perceptioning?
I wanted to see if there's anything at the end of the tunnel, like a secret door.
Okay, you notice that at the end of the tunnel seems to be a cavern wall. Alden, you notice the same.
Can I roll to grab Alden and just jump?
Yeah, you can do a contested roll.
There's no
Must be
contested
fun.
about
There
it.
doesn't appear to be anything down this way. What are you
There's
guys
nothing.
doing?
There's nothing contested about it. You guys just hug each other and jump in
Hug
together.
me.
Hug
This
me.
is.
Hug
This would be
me.
amazing.
What are you guys doing? Oh no.
All right. I mean, if you want to do it, do it.
Lina,
This is
cast
the
feather
first
falling
time.
on it.
This is the first time Alden has gotten any sort of positive emotion from the group.
I mean, it's true. I'm starved
That's
for
good.
positive emotion.
I'm starved for positive emotion.
Are we jumping?
It's because Ulfgar doesn't know about all your evil, nefarious
Yeah,
deeds.
I wasn't here.
Or he likes my evil, nefarious deed.
True. Also true.
Okay, Lina's gonna hold
I'm hugging him.
Alden's and Ulfgar's hands. Ivaris and Drip, are you guys coming with us?
Are we going to be like a big
No.
old friend circle?
Yeah.
Yes. Ring around the rosies
Can
as we fall down
we-
the
on the way
well.
down?
Oh, you said that. Does anyone have rope?
I do not.
I
We
feel
were
like
in a
it's like
shipwreck, so
a.
probably
Oh,
not.
not in any of your
Whatever.
bags or anything.
I do.
I don't have rope. You do?
I have an explorer's pack. I'm pretty sure that comes with rope.
Yeah, I think I have. No, I don't have anything on me.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Ulfgar. Yeah, you don't have it.
I have a shovel. We can dig our way up.
He's a shovel, and a scimitar,
Drip, how many
Alright.
blankets did you say
and like
you had in your hut?
small
Small-
rubber
Yeah.
underwear, I think,
There's-
and like some shoes.
There is a rope.
I've got
a
elf
he-
items on.
There's a hemp rope in the explorer's pack.
Yep.
How long is that rope? It doesn't
It
say in
doesn't
the.
say.
So it's
usually,
infinite.
We're
They're-
relying on
Yeah,
Lina's
long
muscle
enough.
to shoot us back up, is what I
I believe
understood.
it's like 30 or 40 feet.
Oh, that's not long enough. Does anyone have a multiple explorer's pack?
You can go ask Bungo real quick. He seems to have everything.
I would not recommend jumping down that pit without some kind of rope.
Lina's gonna send a message to Bungo.
I love
Hey,
how Alden was
Bungo, do you have
underneath
any
me.
rope?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, we are hugging right now.
we're just hugging, waiting for them to decide what they're
And Lina's got both of our hands. We're hugging each other, all holding hands with Lina.
Nope. The last rope that I had was used to get into the citadel.
What about from the well? Isn't there a bucket with a rope?
Yes, there is.
Go take the rope from the well and bring it to us.
Why don't you
Yeah,
just
I
get it?
will. I'll go get the rope.
I'm helping rebuild Roberto.
How high can his frog jump?
Hey, hi.
He's got to work on it for 4 hours.
I mean, that's fine. We can
That's
go down that well for 4 hours.
That's not a bad idea, because toads can like swim and stuff and hop. So we should bring Roberto. Are you done fixing his anus, Sizzler?
I don't know. How long has it been?
It's been an hour and a half.
Wiz, how long has it been?
I mean, it hasn't been 4 hours, but we can speed the process along if you guys want. That's fine.
Yeah, before
Well,
I go and bring this rope back from the well, I would like to test it. Does it feel like super old and rotten?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
then
Just
I
remember,
will
I do
leave
not
it next to the
officially
well.
weigh. I do not officially weigh 1,000 pounds. Just gonna put this out there.
I mean, but there's
It's
probably
all
like
good.
60 feet of rope there.
But it's trash, right? Like it's just bad rope.
It's not great. It's certainly not great. I mean, you don't know that you'd rely on it with your life, but it's usable.
Sizzler, do you have any rope in your bag?
I probably do.
Like an obscene amount of rope, potentially.
I don't think I have an obscene amount.
Hey, does anyone have a pickaxe?
Oh, I just remember all my heads are gone.
Yep. That's how you got caught, actually, believe it or not. Shocking news. Carrying around a bag full of heads.
Oh
So
yeah, I
here's
had
a
Meepo's head
question.
in there, huh?
Yep.
Does Featherfall does it just affect how fast you fall, or does it actually do anything to you?
It just slows you down.
Okay.
Does anyone have a pickaxe?
I did.
All right. So what's everyone gonna do?
We can
I'm waiting on Sizzler.
Sizzler, your frog is fixed.
Okay.
It has been this whole ordeal has taken, we'll say, approximately 4 hours.
So Roberto is at 1 HP, so I'm going to immediately give him a healing draught.
Does that work on him?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have talked about it before.
Yeah, whether or not it works on constructs. Boom! 22 HP for the toad.
That was a really good roll.
Yes.
Hey, we can finally use him now.
Hey guys, what's up? What are you doing?
Hey
We're
guys,
hugging.
so welcome back after your 4 hours of walking and searching. Did you find the famous elf Arnold?
So as you guys, Bungo, you can, if you're here, you can put yourself on the map. As Sizzler, as you and Bungo enter the cave, assuming that Bungo is entering the cave, you just see this like scrawled in the sand. You just see this arrow pointing toward the hole, like this hole that has water, like a waterfall rushing into it, and in huge letters it says "jump."
Does it say jump or does it say jorm?
It says "jump."
I mean, I always trust random letters without any explanation. Why don't we continue on to the Citadel?
As they walk over, they see Lina holding two guys' hands while they're hugging.
Yeah, you also see Alden and Ulfgar in just what can only be described as each other's caring embrace.
Pin wrap left me, so I had to
That's so sweet.
move on.
I
was gonna
will.
say, that
I'll
doesn't.
point
I
out
don't
the
think surprise
Bungo.
us.
I'll point out the footprints, the Bungo, and the drag marks.
And you've identified positively that that's going to be Arnold.
No, we have no idea.
So you just want to perhaps jump down a mysterious hole with an untrustworthy rope with someone we just met. Is this?
No, I didn't bring the rope from the well. It's half rotten and not safe.
Okay. So you just want to
Bungo, that
jump
is
down this.
exactly right. And then Lina casts Featherfall, and all three of them jump. Alden,
you're
Ulfgar,
with
and
us.
Lina.
Wait, there's
Okay.
only there's one set of footprints being dragged into the hole. There's no other footprints that would have dragged this humanoid in there.
That's right.
That is correct. And as you make this discovery, as you say that out loud, Sizzler, Alden, Ulfgar, and Lina jump into the hole.
Oh my!
This is
Oh,
poor
Oh wow,
adventure.
your friends are kind of impulsive, aren't they?
Welcome to the
we're-
Batman.
we're led by our fearless leader.
That's such
As
a perfect
impulsive-
response.
As sketchy as your story is.
Welcome
So
to the Batman.
Our fearless leader is jumping
Right.
with us. Nothing
who's
bad
gone?
will happen.
So, Lina, yeah, you could, if you're gone, you can delete your token. So, Lina, Ulfgar,
Because
and
you are
Alden.
dead.
Yeah, because, and then
All
roll a death
under-
save because you're dead. No, no, you don't have to roll a death save. I'm kidding. So just you can delete your tokens because you're no longer on this map.
can they hear us?
Delete it.
She cast Featherfall, so I'd assume the answer is yes.
How are you guys doing down there? What's it like?
Dark,
You're still floating down, so you haven't quite made it.
dark and warm.
Lina casts light.
No, the water's
on
cold.
you.
The water's actually cold. The
There's
water's very
hug.
cold.
We're in loving embraces, though.
We
How many
have each
bungos
other's
down on you?
friendship.
There are many, many bungos down.
Then they
Forgot
never
that's how we
heard
measured
from them
length.
again.
Oh, Nikki, just to catch you up, Bungo is a unit of measurement as well.
Yeah, that's how we
Nice.
measure everything.
For everything.
It's a
What
measurement.
if you were to translate into that real people numbers? What would a bungo number be?
4
2 feet.
stone.
2
4
feet.
It's
stone.
generally
I love how you put a weight measurement on yourself.
well
4 stone
bun-
and 2 feet.
2 feet,
No.
4 stone.
Okay.
the bungo measurement revolves around 3 usually. So 3 feet, 3 miles an hour, or 3 kph. 3, just 3 in general.
Okay.
Three
No
One
metric
bungo
hinges.
equals
system.
3.
You'll never guess what he learned to count on to have base 3.
What do you learn to count on?
You know.
You guys are goofballs. All right, so what is happening? So Lina, the three of them are floating down this dark waterfall, sort of the whole pit abyss thing, and the rest of you are standing around talking about bungos as a unit of measurement. Is anything else happening?
I'm trying to talk to the people as they fall to make sure that it's safe before I jump down.
Sure. They by the time they reach a place that it is safe, that you would consider based on what you saw before with the coin, you could imagine that by the time they reach, considering there's a waterfall right there, by the time they reach the place where the coin flickered, you would not be able to have any sort of conversation with them.
Okay. So it's not like shouting and it echoes down and it makes noise.
Yeah,
Who's
no,
it
but
say?
because if it was just a pit, I would say that, or like, if it was the well, I'd say that would work. But there's like a rushing waterfall, like that's attached to it, so that sound is going to dampen like anything else that that occurs.
Okay.
So what are you guys going to do?
I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like jumping blindly into a waterfall pit, so perhaps we should wait to hear from Lina with her mind magic if they made it to the bottom or not.
She's mind magic?
Lina has
Mind magic!
everything. Just
I'm
Lina has the
surprised
power
that
to
you
blow this
jumped
entire cabin to smithereens.
After your friend there,
What?
Twitch or Dip or whatever your name is.
Lina, so the
Drip.
three of you actually, you make it to a place, you land, and you look around, and you're in a room, and there's water that is pooling at the bottom of the room, and you're not sure where it goes, but the pool is very shallow. It's maybe like 2 or 3 feet. And you're just standing in this room that has like a 10 by 10 pool at the bottom of it, in the middle of this room. Just this empty 40-foot by 40-foot room. And it has...
Swimming.
No, you're not. I mean, it's 3 feet. So if you're,
I'm 3
okay.
foot
Well,
two.
if you're 3
Yeah,
feet,
halfling,
if you're that short, then yes, you're swimming. But otherwise, yeah, you land safely in this room. The room is decently lit. You can see everything, but by all accounts, and it's approximately 40 feet by 40 feet. There's this sort of this pool, this 10-foot by 10-foot pool in the middle of it. The shallow sort of pool.
Oh, Bungo's asking me a question.
Okay,
What
so
friend? I don't have a friend. I mean, like, I'm looking for Arnold, but I don't know Arnold's down there.
Should we roll investigation to see what's around?
Yeah, I'll let you guys. Yeah, sure. Or you can roll a perception. That would work too.
Okay, let's go with that one.
All right, Alden,
Alden,
you are
man.
Alden. All you can see is the inside of this pool
I'm just concentrating on swimming.
that you're desperately trying not to drown in. It looks like a baby swimming in a bathtub. Is basically
It's the Nirvana album cover.
Alden's
Yeah.
scenario. Okay, so
I also got naked.
so you, I mean, basically, it's just a 40-foot square room that is, I mean, well enough lit that you can see the walls, but is otherwise sort of dark. There appears to be an exit that leads south. The floor, other than obviously the pool, the floor is sandy, similar to that in the cavern. There are shields. Lina, you notice that there are shields, dented, rusty shields adorn the walls, but these shields are also covered with what seems to be graffiti of some sort.
can I look at them closer?
Sure.
And do I recognize what language or what the graffiti is?
What languages can you comprehend?
Anything if I cast a spell?
Okay, well, without casting a spell, what languages can you comprehend?
Common, celestial, and infernal.
You do not recognize what it says in graffiti.
Where do you check that? I don't
Under
remember.
your proficiencies.
Your
On the left.
Bottom left of your core
investigation reveals that approximately 60
page.
old shields hang on the walls. They break apart if disturbed in any way. Written in blood on the wall.
There you
Oh.
The graffiti seems to be written in blood.
Ooh.
Gross.
Real quick, Lina's gonna send a message up to, I guess, all 4 of them upstairs and say, hey, why don't you guys jump on Roberto and fall down the pit, and when I see you, I'll cast Featherfall. But it's pretty safe. There's a room down here, and we can keep going forward.
That seems awful. You want us to jump down a pit, and then that we can't see you, and then you will see us individually and cast your spell.
No, you're gonna all sit on the toad, so I can just see the toad coming and cast Featherfall on the toad, and
Can
then
Trip
it will.
hear her? Was it
Yeah,
like...
I sent a message to everyone,
Okay.
so you can.
Everyone climb aboard.
I reluctantly climb aboard the toad.
I can do that.
Boris,
What?
you have to sit in the back near the anus.
Why?
That's yours now.
Wait, why are we coming down? What's down there?
There's a room and graffiti and spooky things.
Let's go towards the spooky things. I don't know. I don't understand, but okay.
You will understand.
There's rooms up
So
ahead
we
at the
will all
Citadel.
Understand.
Sounds like Bungo doesn't want to be a hero with the Batman. Sounds like Bungo's being a baby.
Ooh.
Sounds like there's nothing to be heroed about. Who am I saving? What good am I doing? Do you know?
Possibly Arnold.
Okay, Bungo, shit or get off the pot.
You just
Roberto's
said
jumping in 3 seconds.
I said I didn't know if he was down there or not.
Here we go.
You said you didn't think he was down there.
Right, but it's still possible.
You know, we're on our way down.
Hey Wiz, Lina is preparing to see the toads that she can cast Featherfall.
Can I
like
cast
it's
light
prepped
on
beforehand.
Roberto? On his anus?
Good idea.
Sure. Cast
That's
light
how
on Roberto's
important
anus.
that.
All right. So you jump down. You're casting light on Roberto's anus, and we can go to the next map. So Lina, you see them flying down at like light speed, popping right into your vision before they hit the water. What do you do?
She casts Featherfall.
All right, she casts Featherfall.
I was going to say panic, but
Okay, so I am
Let
not
them die.
super happy with this map yet, and I'm gonna have to redo it for next week. It did not come out the way that I wanted it to, but this
It's
is
super
what
tiny.
you can. Yeah, this is what you can see so far. So you're gonna have to zoom in and make your guys a little smaller.
A little
Can we?
smaller?
Can you or no?
No, we can't.
All right, so here's what we'll do for this week.
So this is
Here's-
useless.
Ulfgar, you are huge. Here's what we'll do for this week. Don't put your people on the map. We'll just go room by room. You could use like one.
we just
you know,
ping where we're
Yeah,
at.
just ping where you are. And then what we'll do is if we move into some sort of combat or initiative, I'll pull up a different room that you guys
We
can
can
go in
also
and-
probably just use make colored circles, just really small.
Move them around.
Yeah, that too. I mean, that's fine. I have to redo this. It did not scale properly at all.
Ulfgar
So
is
I'm gonna have to
red.
figure that out. But by the time I figured that out, it was time to start. So okay, so
flesh
you guys
colored.
are in this room. The each square is approximately 10 feet. The hole above you is outlined by the dots on the map, but the pool is much smaller than the dots on the map. The pool is
Oh
sort of the
goodness,
center.
gonna have to zoom into this one.
What is that random black
Okay.
space? That's
What's happening?
I don't know what that's all about.
That is Sizzler probably drawing in his default color.
Okay, so all right, what you all see, and anyone who wants to roll anything, just let me know. But you see a sandy floor, again similar to the floor that you saw in the cave, apart from the 10 by 10, approximately 2 to 3 foot pool of water that this very long, cold waterfall empties into, which is sort of a mystery in and of itself how that all works. The floor is sand. Then you also see
The
on
floor
the
is not
wall-
lava.
Correct, not lava. Decidedly not lava.
Good.
And there are dented, rusty shields that adorn the walls, which are also covered with graffiti.
Are they
I'm gonna roll-
adorned shields, or are they just plain?
No, they're each sort of different. Not each one, but I mean, there's variation amongst the shields. It's not 60 of the exact same shield. It's just 60 shields.
Are
So
there
there's
any
like
crests on them?
Sure, there's various crests on them. There's some without crests that are fairly plain. There are some that just have, there are some that are like bucklers. There are some that just have like a circle on it. There are some that have like a square in it that don't necessarily have any crests or anything along those lines. It's a sort of a wide variety of old, dusty, rusted shields.
I'm gonna look and see if any of the symbols match the symbol I expect Arnold to have on him.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
I rock at perception.
Who went inside of me?
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, Drip, you do
Oh, that's
not.
persuasion. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Sorry, my bad.
that's okay, no problem. Okay, so that's still fine. You do not see the symbol that you are looking for your friend. However, when you are searching, and as you're walking along the walls, looking at each shield very closely to see if the symbol appears, you bump into one of the shields, and the whole side, that whole wall, the shields just collapse off of the wall.
Oops.
And behind the shields that were on the wall, there's a large message. The entire wall is taken up by seemingly what seems to you like dried blood.
Where
Ooh,
is
what's the message
Roberto?
say?
What languages can you comprehend?
Elfish, or Elven, Orc, and Common.
Okay, I'm going to send you a message on Discord,
Cool.
and that will be. I'll type out what it's.
I will
Because
figure out.
you can understand it.
Okay.
I've got Elven, Common, Dwarven. And what I was asking about earlier, do I recognize any of the crests?
All right. So like, I never use Discord, so I'm not 100% sure how to.
Sure, hold on. I'm typing it to you now. It'll
Okay.
pop up, and then you can click it.
Cool.
When he sends it to you, it'll be like the top left.
Cool.
Ivaris, I'm going to send it to you as well.
That's
Okay.
super creepy.
So this is scrawled in blood, like incredibly large, on the wall that is behind the shields that fell down. The rest of the walls are still lined with shields. Ivaris, as far as you can tell, you do not recognize any of the crests. It just seems like, I mean, that's not okay. So you recognize some of the crests, but in what seems to be happening is that it's just again, a general variety of shields. I don't think that you can make any sort of logical leaps about what types of shields are down here. But there are certainly shields. There are certainly shields from famous noble families that you've heard of from a variety of different races.
But they're not
all noble shields, if that makes sense. It's just a very wide variety of sort of shields.
And what language is the blood message written in?
Elvish.
I'm gonna put a shield in my bag.
It collapses when you touch
Yeah, it's just like a trash shield. When you touch it, it sort of like falls apart. I mean, you could still put pieces of shields in your bag if you'd like, or like a dented, rusted shield or something.
Didn't they all just explode when they fell off the wall?
No, that was one. So that was one. There's 4 walls of this room, right? It's a square room, essentially, more or less. And so each wall is just lined with shields.
I will.
So you could take one. You could take one if you want, Sizzler. But again, it's like it's gonna crack and crumble sort of in your hand. But you can put it like an old crappy.
I'll try to take one and then have it crumble in my hands, and then not be as excited about them.
Perfect. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Ivaris?
I will pull out my journal and pull the quill out from my ear, and then try to open my journal and see that it is completely stuck shut and falling apart. I will toss it down on the ground and mutter, "God damn it." It says, and if somebody can write this down, please. Beyond the pillar forest, he awaits, casting spells behind magic gates.
Ivaris, can you roll me a perception check as well, please?
Also repeat that.
Okay, Ivaris, roll me a 1d100. Okay, so as you throw your book on the ground, you notice that right next to where your book landed, there is a brass orb, like a small brass orb that like sort of will sit in the palm of your hand, that has it's etched with strange runes.
Do I recognize any of the runes as having any kind of significance? I'm trained in history and religion. Would I recognize any of these?
Make a history check or a religion check, or both. Okay, so what you notice is this. The runes are familiar, but nothing that comes to mind immediately. But you imagine that if you had some time to sort of think about it, dust it off, study it, etc., it could come back to you over a short period of time.
Yeah, I will pick that up and show it around. Seem to have found some sort of artifact. How old do these shields seem?
The shields seem very old.
If this is contemporary with these shields, this has been here for quite some time.
Do all the shields appear to be about the same age, or are there some better or worse?
Yeah, there's some variation, but they're all pretty old and all in terrible condition. But there's certainly some variation.
AKA, don't loot the shields.
Correct.
Well, this is not helping me find Arnold. But it seems very interesting, and I always look for new tales to tell others.
Your friend's an elf. Maybe he wrote this.
That is very true. It doesn't really look like his handwriting, but if he's writing in blood, that's a little bit of a.
I think that blood's been there since the shields had been put up. It would have been very difficult to put it behind the shields anytime in the recent past. They would have shattered and fallen apart.
Valid point.
Is your old friend very old?
No.
Okay. His story checks out.
Well, considering her friend we've deduced is not the one who's written this message, we see no more drag marks. Perhaps it's best we try to leave.
Well, is there? So it's just solid walls all around us?
No, it's solid walls on 3 sides, and then the fourth side is like a wall that's approximately half the size of the other 3 walls, and then it leads down a hallway. Yes.
Well, but we could go exploring this way.
It's unlikely that we could propel ourselves up this hole.
Before we keep moving, Ivaris, do you want me to try to identify that orb you just picked up off the floor?
Do you think it's magical in nature?
I mean, it could be worth a shot, right? Doesn't cost me anything.
Ulfgar, what are you investigating?
How long is it going to take?
10 minutes.
Ulfgar, what are you
Let's try to
investigating?
get out of here first.
Sorry.
I was looking down the hallway.
Oh, okay.
If we get a break later, then
Ulfgar, as you leave this sort of leave that area, leave the that original room when you start looking down the hallway, you actually kick something in the sand.
Can I roll an investigation to see what it is?
Yeah.
Does he take damage?
it's a nerd, and you kick sand in his face.
He takes
Get
it.
out.
Okay, you find an empty wineskin in the sand.
Oh, I'm extremely happy right now.
Second best kind of wineskin.
I'll tell everybody about it. Yeah, there is
Fill that wineskin with water.
over here. No, we fill it with wine. What's wrong with you, Lina?
Do you have any wine currently?
I was hoping there was wine.
No wine.
You don't fill a new wine. You don't fill an old wineskin with new wine.
Yeah. Put water in the wineskin just in case so we have water. And then if we run into wine, we can out. Or, hydration. It's important.
I very angrily and disappointedly put water in it.
Okay.
I sadly sigh. Hydration used to be important.
Well, Sizzler, maybe we can get your body back.
How did he lose his body?
Oh yeah.
Long story.
Yeah, you went there for that.
I believe the technical term is misadventure.
Every time something bad happens, I just assume Lina was like a major part in it now.
Whoa.
Wow,
Wow.
rude.
That's a
Oh.
rude way to talk to your leader.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
this is a mutiny.
Yeah, you are wrong in this instance.
Oh, I
Okay,
am.
so who's purple? Who's light
That's
purple?
me.
Okay, you're making your way down the
I
hallway.
kept the default. I think most of us kept the default colors next to our names.
Okay. All right.
I did
So
not. I liked blue.
that's
I
fine.
didn't mean to keep red, but whatever.
Not a problem.
Makes it
Okay.
easier
So
for everyone.
I don't know why I have this weird like bar thing attached to me. Can y'all see it?
No, it's to rotate the thing that you've drawn. So, but only you can see it.
I'm spinning in a circle of dancing.
okay. So it's a. All right. So there's just a general. You guys are just walking down what seems to be sort of a hallway. That's carved out of out of stone. Like it looks like intentionally placed stone.
Okay.
And
Does it?
it's an otherwise sort of plain and unremarkable hallway, and it empties. It's still the ground is still sand, and it empties into.
Well, as we walk down the hallway, I'm going to be pressing on the stones about waist high, just
Okay.
as I walk through, like just hands on either side, touching it, seeing if I can find anything interesting.
Sure. You do not find anything interesting through that corridor.
My hands are very dirty.
So yeah, but other than your very dirty hands, you as you empty into corridor 2A, you notice that every 10 foot. So this room is 20 foot wide, and you see sort of at the end of the hallway there are stairs that descend down, and so you can't see down the stairway from your position at the end of the hallway. Again, each square is 10 feet. But you notice and down this hallway that every 10-foot section of wall has a 9-foot high, 4-foot wide carving of a demon.
Ooh,
And
that's not good.
each
Ooh.
10-foot section is a carving of a different kind of, like a different picture of a demon.
This looks fun.
Do I recognize what kind of demons they are?
There are it's several different kinds of demons. Ivaris, you would notice the demon types, and it's just like as you're like glancing around, you just notice that it's like, oh my god, there's like that type of demon, and like, oh my god, there's that type of demon, and like, oh my god, there's that type of like, and you know the proper names of them, but
They're like really bad ones. They're if they have a thing such as a challenge rating, they would not be left.
yeah, you wouldn't want to fight these demons.
Ooh, challenge accepted.
Maybe they're okay. So just I'm spitballing here. The previous room was noble people that they've beaten. Maybe this is demons that they've beaten. This is a scary person, and we should be careful.
I'll give him a hug. Don't worry.
We should proceed carefully down this hallway.
Can everyone except for Bungo give me a perception check?
As Bungo sneaks away.
I wish you could make your character sheet smaller.
Okay, Ivaris, Ulfgar, Alden, and Bungo. You notice that a Kenku skeleton lays on the floor.
Anku?
Yep.
Kenku?
And Ivaris, you notice that one of its thin skeleton Kenku arms. Kenku is what Sizzler used to be before he became a mechanical sort of.
They're enlightened birdmen.
You find one of its arms, one of its little skeleton Kenku arms, is pointing toward one of the images of one of the demons, one of the carvings of one of the demons.
I vote we press on it.
You probably like that one the most.
You didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate that carving.
Okay. roll investigation. Oh, very, very.
We're not
very,
on the
very
boat
good.
anymore.
Very, very, very good. Yeah, you're off the boat and you're just like
Boat
rolling
curse
like
is
I
crazy.
lifted.
want to nudge Sizzler and say, "Friend of yours," and chuckle a little to myself.
What's a friend of mine? I don't get it.
Me, buddy. It's me. And I go in for a hug.
Wait, are people pointing out this Kenku corpse, or are just the people who've noticed it are the only ones who've noticed it?
I mean, it doesn't
I
sound
thought you
like
were
they're
up
pointing it
here.
out at
Oh,
all.
yeah, that's right. You didn't see it.
That's very,
I
very
haven't
helpful of
said
everyone.
anything yet.
Okay, so Ivaris, as you investigate the door, your hand presses on the demon, and the door and the wall pushes back. You notice slightly.
That's not good.
Or is it?
Does it seem like this would be like a secret passageway?
Roll a perception. Yep, it definitely seems to you like it would be a secret passageway.
The smart Ivaris is back.
No. I'll go to the stealth and say thank you, friend, and I'll rearrange his bones the way they should be for a proper Kenku berry.
Aren't they just like demon chickens?
Yes.
No, man.
Excuse me.
Yes.
You're a robot now.
First of
Not
all,
really helping the case.
Ulfgar, you just fucked up. You just fucked up.
How? I always mess up, so it's okay.
What cultural chameleon? Uh-oh, you're on Ivaris' bad side now.
Yeah, I'll ignore your out of character comments in character because I wouldn't have heard them. But just
He just me too'd you.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going down this tunnel of death and darkness.
Well, it's secret passageway. Could be a way
Been
out.
through worse.
Could be a
Well, do we
ventilation.
want to? Should we check the other areas around before we go down the secret passageway we wouldn't normally find?
If there's something dangerous down here, I would rather it not be hidden behind us.
Well, that's true.
I would like to investigate the Kenku corpse for anything shiny.
Okay, the Kenku corpse.
This was like just straight up bones, right?
Yeah, the Kenku corpse is just bone. It's literally just a Kenku skeleton.
They just shiny bones.
No shiny bones, sorry. Just normal white-ish color bones.
Lina's gonna look around the room for a little bit.
Look around the room that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's like a hallway, right?
Yep, it's a hallway. There are demon statues, or not statues, I apologize. Demon sort of like carvings into the walls, on either side. And they literally cover the wall in like 9 or 10 foot sections for the entire length of this long, long hallway. Again, each square is 10 feet. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basically 12 carvings of total of these demon statues. And that is what you notice, Lina. You also notice that each one seems to be different. I don't know that you have the historical background to know what each demon is, like Ivaris does, but you notice that each of the demons is noticeably different.
She's gonna take out her chalk and quickly just graffiti all over them.
Okay. Roll
Penises everywhere.
roll a performance. Okay, now also roll me a perception. Okay, you draw pretty.
What do you draw?
She draws penises.
He draws base 3 counting instruments.
Yeah, so you
Seems
draw
like something
penises
Bungo
all
would
over
do.
all over these, otherwise, normal demon carvings.
Frowning, I say to Lina, I think that might have been how the Kenkus originally got cursed.
Can I run over and give her a high five for excellent?
Yes.
Oh no, because it doesn't look like these have been graffiti. Until
Well, they
now,
have been
that
now.
is. So maybe that's why he did die.
Ivaris, going down the path, the secret door opens to reveal a 10-foot square cube with a 5-foot wide tunnel of sort of. This is not the same. This is not. This is not the same stone block hallway you were just walking through. This is like chiseled out of a cave or something along those lines.
All right, I will check this alcove for anything before I start going down the rough hewn pathway.
Sure, and there's
Oops.
nothing.
Sorry.
There's nothing. It's okay. There's nothing out of the ordinary in the original alcove. You just imagine that's where sort of the door swings open where the door goes. But as you go down sort of the rough-hewn stone tunnel, the tunnel descends slightly, and as the further down you get into the tunnel, the more the tunnel smells like the more strongly this sewer smell emanates from sort of the area that you're heading toward.
What is loot?
It's an
My instrument. I'm trying to add stuff to my tool.
Drip begins to play the most beautiful song you've ever heard in your life on her lute.
I'm just trying to charm.
I wipe away a single tear.
You said that it's starting to smell like sewage this way.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes. Bungo sings poorly to Drip's beautiful song.
I can't roll tonight. I'm gonna stop rolling.
This secret passageway.
Sing us the song.
There's something alive at the end of it, or at least it lets out near something alive, I think. Smells like red.
Let's go investigate it. That sounds fun.
All right. So as you are you entering the room of ours?
Well, I haven't seen if there's anything beyond that tunnel yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's nothing in this hallway besides the mystery dark thing that everybody's going down, right?
Not that you guys have seen, and you can't see over the edge. I don't think that anyone has proclaimed that they're like moving toward the stairs, and so if you went to the stairs,
I thought this was a huge room.
Oh yeah, sorry, I can reveal the stairs a bit more, but yeah, the stairs are at the end of the hallway. That's where the stairs.
Okay, are the stairs up or down?
Down.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm checking the stairs out.
Is the tunnel up or down? Or the same?
The tunnel goes down as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so the stairs, what you see at the end of the stairs, looking down, you see what can only be described as a pillar forest.
Where have we heard that before?
That's not good.
It's like Moria.
So you see, you see again a room with just many pillars in it, and the pillars seem to be distributed in like some sort of a normal distribution, right? There's like a small circle sort of pillars, and there's some pillars that you see behind that, but the room is fairly dark, and you don't. That's all you see is sort of the pillars in this dark room. Again, this is sort of it. Where Ivaris went was it looked like it was carved, this from the secret pathway. It seems like it was carved like out of the stone, in whatever sort of cavern type lair that you're in. What you guys are in, right, what the rest of you are in is like an area that looks like it was intentionally placed there. It looks like a castle wall or like a dungeon wall or something along those lines.
Interesting. What does the ceiling look like?
There's no longer, and the floors are no longer sandy. The floors have changed. The floors are now sort of again into this sort of castle type what you would imagine, like the cobblestone.
Flagstone.
Yeah, cobblestone, flagstone kind of flooring that what you would imagine in a castle.
What do the ceilings look like?
Similar.
I'll go back to the group that we found the pillar first.
Do any of these pillars appear to be load-bearing pillars?
They all go floor to ceiling. So, I mean, you could. It's hard to tell, but they do go floor to ceiling all the way up.
I bet you if we knocked all these pillars down, it would piss somebody who's above us. He could die in the
We have
fall.
a second Lina on the team now.
Could also piss off the ceiling so it crushes us.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Piss
does
off the
anybody
traps.
have like bombs or charges? We could weaken everything and then tie ropes to it and then pull them from the other room. I don't know.
how do
I
we
like
even know
this
that
drip
Yeah, we
person.
have a second Lina.
do we even know that this is evil? Like, you're just destroying property for no real reason at this
No.
point.
Blood, demons, and dark
Pillars.
creepy tunnels. Also, beyond the pillar forest, he waits, casting spells behind magic gates. Gates
It could,
is creepy. I don't like
could
it.
just,
I vote we just.
That seems xenophobic.
it could honestly just be someone who came here to loot and leaving scary things.
That is true.
What are magic gates?
Gates that are magical.
Maybe they're spells, like wards and
Like
stuff.
a
trick?
portal to a different plane?
Be a
Very
protective
plausible.
gate. A spellcaster
like-
would be casting spells from behind.
Keeping in
Like a
magic
fence.
sheep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think we should not go this way. We should go and do the secret scary tunnel first because this is not good.
I want to go down the scary tunnel.
Okay, while you guys are making the decision, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take like a quick, like 2 to 3 minute bio break, and then we can come back and decide where you guys want to go.
Is that your DM way of saying you have to take a piss?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Cool.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. Well, that means I can work on my character sheet some more.
I thought it was a bio break. That's
Cool.
But we all don't let ourselves from the sheer terror of what's about to happen.
Bard College. Do.
I'll also be right back.
This is very interesting. I've never messed with Roll20 before. That scared me. Sad noise.
All right.
Cool.
Is everyone back? Bungo, we're waiting for Bungo.
No, I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Everyone's back. All right, so what has the group decided? How will you go about proceeding or not proceeding?
Oh, I was going to peek my head into this room and see what I could see.
To answer your question, Sizzler, Roberto can go anywhere. He might not be able to make it down the tunnel, actually. A 5 foot tunnel. He's 10 feet
Just have him
wide.
turn sideways. He doesn't care, right?
He's 10 foot by 10 foot, isn't he?
Not
He's
a
like-
spear.
Yeah, he's probably like, think about a 10-foot pancake.
It's a toad.
10-foot pancake? That
Yeah,
sounds
but
like my
to
dream.
scale, so it'd be like thicker.
Sounds like thicker.
Okay,
He's
so
not like
a
he's not a
10-foot
square.
biscuit.
to make a
He
long
can
story
walk. He
short,
can walk on the wall.
yeah, to make a long story short, it doesn't seem like it seems like it would take him quite a long bit of time to try to shimmy through this hallway.
Oh,
See, instead of
Okay.
ballast, you should have put like slime glands so that he could squeeze through tight spaces.
That's a good point. Okay, so Ivaris, what you notice when you get to the end of the tunnel is that you notice that the first thing you notice is that the floor of the room that you're looking into tilts. The west end of the room seems lower than the east end of the room from what you can see. It's tilting.
What's on the floor?
The floor, that is a good question. The foul sewer water covers the floor, in fact.
One of the things I'm going to be doing is keeping an eye out for those coins. Do they still have light? How long does the light spell last?
Like an hour with concentration, or maybe not concentration.
But it had been approximately, like, that whole thing took about 4 hours, though.
Right.
So the lights
Okay.
must have been. So you notice that the water, the floor is covered with this like foul sewer water, but when you sort of glance down the hallway, you notice that the sewer water, because of the slant of the room, the sewer water barely reaches the east wall. Deep is approximately 1 foot for every 10 feet of travel westward. So at the westward wall, which is the wall furthest from you,
Right.
you would imagine it gets fairly deep. I mean, it gets pretty deep. It's not deep at all where you are. It's maybe like a foot right in front of the doorway. But it is, as you sort of glance down, you would notice that it probably gets pretty deep toward the other side.
I don't know. Who has dark vision? Does anyone have dark vision? Can anyone see beyond?
I have dark vision.
Roberto has dark vision.
Yeah, I've got dark vision as well.
How far can you guys see, and what are you seeing? Because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, is anyone going to enter the room?
I'm in here. I'm the little red box.
All right. Well, we're doing secret room right now.
Oh, you're down
I
here.
was gonna
Okay.
lean my head in and just look.
How do you make the swirly thing happen?
You just hold down the left click.
Okay, so what you notice, Ivaris, is that you notice a statue. When you glance in, you see off to, what would that be? Your right. You notice that where the water like sort of deepens against that wall, you notice that there's a large statue, a life-size statue, which seems to be submerged up to approximately its chest in water. The statue emits a dim purple radiance, and its head is completely turned around. One of its arms is broken off.
Ooh,
What?
that sounds creepy.
Sounds super creepy.
Do I recognize what kind of creature the statue is of?
Roll a history check.
I'm in the room.
Who's the green one?
Green one's Bungo.
You don't know exactly Ivaris, but it's like a fish-like humanoid creature.
Is it Pinrat?
Yeah, it's the spitting image of Pinrat.
It's not a Triton though. It's slightly different.
Yeah, no, it's not a Triton.
Okay.
You guys
Is
have
it-
discovered. You guys have already discovered my secret plan, which is to make Pinrat the end boss of this campaign.
Ah,
Well,
Congratulations.
he's just going for revenge.
Pinrat's Revenge is what it's called. This arc.
Oh yeah, I had Pinrat's Revenge last week.
Doesn't it look like a religious icon? Or like a religious figure?
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my one remaining boot and then start rolling my pant legs up so that I don't get disgusting sewer water all over them.
Okay.
so the statue doesn't look anything like the demon we pressed to get into this room, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then I'll carefully wade my way over there. I'm gonna like set down all of my stuff except for my shield and my short sword, and then carefully make my way over there and investigate the statue.
Okay. Who is in this room?
Me.
Okay. Where is everyone? Is he gonna like? Are you guys gonna follow Ivaris? How's this gonna go?
I'm gonna follow Ivaris.
Can I do a religion check to see
Well,
if it's good? You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of
Everything
stay
else
over
is
on
like
this
the
far
usual
right
shit.
side.
I'm just trying to get a description because the water gets pretty deep, right? So, like you would imagine against this wall, it's like 5 or 6 feet.
That wall.
Yeah, correct. Yes. And so I'm just trying to get a picture of like what everyone's doing. Like,
I
are
want
you
to
waiting?
go pretty much as far as I can without
This is like
having
disgusting
to actually
sewer
swim.
water.
Yeah, and it's disgusting sewer water. Just FYI.
I'm gonna
I'll go
stay.
waist high. I'll go waist
Okay.
high.
So that's what, like approximately where the 3 is.
Like
Alden?
18 inches.
Yeah, so what are you 1 foot into the room? All right, and you're gonna do a religion check. You said Alden, right?
Half
Okay.
a bungo.
I already did it.
Yeah. So you, yeah, Alden, you don't think that the statue has any particular religious origins? It's nothing that it doesn't seem like a religious type situation to you. It
Then
seems
can
more
I
like
also
maybe
do
just
a
a
history?
tribute to someone or something like that.
Can I also do a history check then?
Yeah, sure.
Shit.
Yeah, similar to Ivaris, you can't pinpoint the exact historical relevance of the individual or something like that. I mean, it might be because the head is turned backwards, so that might give you some insight into what it is if you could figure it out. But you,
I'm gonna roll insight
sure.
on why it looks so damaged. Does it look like what's going on with that?
Okay, yeah. So, all right, one of its arms is clearly missing, right? You can see that, but it seems like its head is turned around, and based on like you peering sort of. Well, where are you in the room? Are you in the far end or?
Yeah, I'm not getting dirty.
Okay, so when you peer, like you're peering across the room, and it sort of seems like the head being turned around is out of place.
Can you guys reach over and turn the head back the way it's supposed to be? It's freaking me out, you guys. Does creepy stuff like this happen with you guys all the time?
Yes.
Yes. And I came to investigate the statue. I wanted to take a look at that before I turned the head around.
All right, so roll investigation. Lina, are you even in this room?
Yes.
Oh,
She's
sorry.
a little purple dot.
What
right?
color are you?
I'm the big teal square.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh.
the little teal square is, or no, the other teal square, the light blue square, the sky blue square, I should say.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, is drip. Okay, got it.
I changed my default color down at the bottom to match the color of my square.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
Because I didn't like the orange. I thought the orange was colored.
That's okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, great. So, okay, you guys are investigating. Okay, so you do notice that Ivaris and Lina, you do notice that there's a purple aura that's emanating from the statue, but you don't, feeling any effects from it. There's no, you're You don't seem damaged in any way. It doesn't seem to affect you in any way. The statue's head is most certainly on backwards, but from your investigation, it seems like it could be turned around. There's like a space between the neck, where the neck portion on the head ends, and where the body begins. You're not sure what mechanism, by what mechanism the head is turned around, but it definitely seems like it could potentially be screwed on or screwed off in some respect.
Does the statue look good or evil?
You could also roll some sort of a history or religion check, or
Uh,
something along those lines.
I have a question for the people that are near, like, standing in the icky water. Does anyone feel around for the other arm to fell off? Or if it seems to be gone?
Is the water clear or is it
No, it's murky as hell. It's sewer
Super
water.
It's
icky.
sewage.
I'm over here.
Oh, Lina, sorry.
I'll
Yeah,
look
your
for
religion
it in a
check.
second.
It doesn't look. Look, you just walked through a hallway that was literally like had huge demon carvings on it. This thing is not that.
Okay. Lina is going to skirmish around the room to kind of like feel for an arm with her feet.
Okay. So what I'm going to need to do is everyone in this room is going to have to roll
Initiative.
initiative.
Oh, no.
3PO, shut down the trash compactors on the detention level.
Whose initiative is 0.2?
All right, let's see if I can
It's,
write one here.
Tiebreaker.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Why do I go first?
Why do you keep rolling nat 20s?
I'm really good at the roll. It's really funny. I roll nat 20s in life all the time. And people yell at me. And then I roll with the rollers, like on my phone. I don't have my dice. And they're like, you're lying or whatever. And then, no, I just tend to roll high.
Okay.
Did you
let's
guys
see.
see my initiative
Miss
roll?
High Roller over here.
All right. Can everyone? Oh, I'll put it on this one. Let me get the creatures on there.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to just have our initiative show up since we don't have our actual tokens.
Oh, true. I can put it all on.
We can, if you like cleared off an empty space, we could just dump our tokens on it.
Or we can
Yeah,
put
I
it
don't-
in the darkness.
No,
Yeah,
that gives us meta knowledge about the layout of the dungeon.
It does.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
Just all dump them in the first room, room 1.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Man, what the? All right, never mind. This is not coming up the way I wanted to. Anyway, I will draw. I'll do
Ooh.
it. Holy! Oh, there you go. It's there.
Okay, this might not be good.
No, it's not that big. I promise. It's just that I can't.
No,
You
make
can't
it-
really resize.
I
Heyo!
can't make it appropriately small. Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Roll
Here, I'm gonna
20 is
put my
being weird for me
token.
right now.
I'm gonna put my token like here.
I'm afraid
Yeah,
my
you
token's
kinda see it.
gonna.
Yeah, sure. And then put your token where you can kind of see it. And you can roll initiative.
I'm afraid that with the way that my roll 20 is acting, I'm gonna big spoiler. So, because like I have my little clickable thing. It's just like sitting here in the darkness.
How do I?
It
How do
doesn't
I
matter
put
if your token's in the darkness.
How do
Fine.
I put my token over there?
You
Just
open
drag
your
it down.
character sheet and then go to bio and info,
Yeah,
and
yours is
then
there.
drag
Just
your.
see it.
Well,
tab.
no, I meant like how do I put it in the turn order? I'm sorry.
You
I was not
select your
clear.
token and then roll
There we
initiative.
go.
Oh, I already got initiative. My initiative was really high.
It's okay. Roll it again. I can edit it.
Okay.
Are we all rolling initiative or just the ones in there?
If you think for some reason you would know that this is going on.
No.
What's happening?
I don't feel like dying right now.
Okay, fair enough.
This is a real interesting. It's the micro dungeon inside this larger dungeon that our other characters are in.
Oh, where'd my token go? There we go. I don't know why it disappeared. Let me roll it again. There we go.
Well, I think mine's supposed to be 23.
That one's 9.
23, you said, Trip?
Yeah, because it was a nat 20, and then I added 3 for my initiative.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, so who else is down there? That's just everyone.
Me,
right?
I've got a 9.
Okay, so that's the order anyway. That's everyone. Oh no, Lina, you as well.
Lina also
Yeah.
had a 9.
Okay.
But Ivaris is ahead of me.
Can you just roll your thing, Lina, just so it's on there, so I'll change it to a 9.
My original was a 19.
You'd still go in the same place anyway.
I didn't
Okay,
even know
even
why
with
I
a
did.
17, you go in the same place. It was Drip first, and then everything above a 9 is you, Alden, and. Okay, so what's gonna happen first is, Lina, can someone put a little, like, purple or something square right next to Lina, in between sort of the statue and Lina, and the statue is going to get a surprise round on you, Lina.
You want another purple square?
Just whatever color is fine. Doesn't have to be. Just the for the ooze. All right, so oof. Okay, Lina. I want you to make a intelligence save. Yep. Okay. So you take half damage on 3d6.
You got a secret admirer.
Okay. So top of the order, Drip.
That's not the statue at all. It's a psychic graves. I see that.
You see Lina reel back and just reel back in pain essentially, but you're not exactly sure what or where.
I wish we were not in such a tight space.
We're really not. This room is like 20 feet from north to south.
Yeah,
It's
but
pretty
like
spacious.
one of the things I want to do, I can't do inside of space, or you'll all get killed.
And Lina is chest deep in water right.
Right. All right. Do I see the ooze? Can I tell what
No.
it is?
You
Okay.
do not see it. You'd have to look. It's on the other side of Lina, so you'd have to either move through that to find it through the water, or you'd have to do some sort of area of effect spell on the other side of Lina.
I'm going to strum my lute and prepare to sing about the adventure we are about to have and be against this bard or against this unseen enemy. And I'm going to talk about how epic Lina is so that she gets bardic inspiration. All right, how do I add that in so you guys can see what bardic inspiration is?
There's a chat bubble. There's a speech bubble if you highlight it.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Ooh, that was good. Okay.
Who's one creature?
Yes. Who's, not choose. Who's. Choose.
All right. Is there anything else that you're doing on your turn, Drip?
I'm going to. No, I'm going to stay back.
Would it make sense then at this time we're hearing of this battle
Because I'm
yeah,
singing
sure.
very loudly
You
with
guys
my lute.
you probably hear some loud singing about what a great warrior and leader of the Batman Lina is.
So I'm
And
gonna
she
swing
also
really great,
specifically
but I
mentioned
don't
an
know what her
unseen enemy.
problem is.
Oh yeah,
I did.
She does also in the song mention an unseen enemy.
Lina's gonna do amazing things today. She's going to beat up the ooze or beat up the magic creature. Hip hip hooray!
There you go. I like it. All right,
I like this new character. We
Alden,
should keep her around.
what are you doing? That's the plan, Lina. That's the plan. Alden.
Now be an appropriate time to do that. Can I do like maybe like a perception or something while we're in combat?
Sure.
Would that just be what would that take the place of?
Nothing. I'll just let you do it.
So just remember, Lina, when you're doing stuff, after you roll your d20, you can add a d8 to it before it resolves.
Thank you.
And that could be an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw.
Alden, what were you looking for? Anything specific?
I was just trying to look around Lina to see if I could tell what had caused her anguish.
Sure. You saw some you're much closer than Drip is, and so you definitely saw some sort of movement in the water as like just prior to Lina rearing back in pain.
A shout out to my companions. There's a foul creature in the water of some indeterminate sort.
Taxonomically, we're not really sure.
The properties of this creature is a mystery.
I love how you're giving this like soliloquy about like this mysterious creature as Lena's like crying.
So I will cast Sanctuary.
We hear him shout that from up the tunnel.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, you're definitely you might not be able to make out the words of what Alden is saying, but you're hearing shouting. You definitely heard the song. Like there was definitely a song that you heard, and that you heard stuff about Lina's leadership and also a mysterious creature, and then you just hear Alden shouting. You can't necessarily make out the words per se, but you hear him shouting.
I'll turn to Bungo and Ulfgar and say, guys, I think we're probably needed. Start making my way down the tunnel.
Sure, roll initiative, and I'll add you to the thing, and you guys can start making.
Yeah, I'm gonna start following too.
Okay, so add your initiatives to the thing, and then before you can move on your turn.
Here's a question. I would like to attempt to cast a damaging spell on the ooze or creature. Should I just go ahead and try that? I don't know if I take like penalties or whatever.
So, I'm sorry. Say what spell would you like to cast?
Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Can you
click the thing so that I can see what the.
Oh, it just tries to cast it. I don't know if there's any way to link the details of it since it's an attack.
Do you have to see it? What are the properties of it?
I will read it.
Sure.
I did click the right thing. Yep. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see. So, okay, I guess I can't do that because I can't see it. Correct.
Yeah, that's going to be the same issue that you have with Sanctuary, actually, because you have to see it.
No, he would cast Sanctuary on Lina.
Yeah, Sanctuary gets cast on Lina.
Okay, sure.
All right, then let me try. I don't know if I want to do that.
Ulfgar, roll again. Click your token. Oh, you don't have your token on. That's the problem. Add your token to like the stack of where like what you call it. Okay, perfect. Never mind. You're good.
Okay, in that case, I will bless my companion.
Which one?
All three of you that are in the room with me.
The one with
Woohoo!
the one with the beautiful song.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh no, he was talking about the beautiful song in Ivaris' heart, but he keeps
That's
private.
true.
Nobody else's goddamn business.
Okay. Oh, so you're gonna bless everyone in the room except for you, Alden? Is that what?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, great.
So let's
Ulfgar.
see.
I look extremely confused as I walk down in here.
All right, so you walking your full movement?
Yeah, I'm the little red dot.
The little red dot. Okay, so you can. What's your full movement? Because remember, each square is 10 feet.
35, but I can't see squares right now. So I'm like right here, I guess.
All right, so that's 20. So 30 is like where the wall and the where the
Here? Ish?
like here. I don't see your thing moving at all. Does anyone see his thing moving?
It's the little red
The edge
Yeah,
of the room
the
now.
red one.
right here. Here, I'll make it bigger.
Yeah, it's not moving on my screen at all for some reason. But yeah, with 35 feet, you can probably get to like the beginning of the actual tunnel portion.
So like right here?
Yeah, I can't. Your thing's not moving for me, so that's not going to
Is
help.
it now?
No. Is it? I mean, for people who can see it, is
Yeah,
it
we
the
see
beginning
it.
of the
Yeah.
tunnel portion?
So just like at the beginning of the tunnel, connected to the room that they're all in.
Okay.
Yeah, at the beginning of that. So like who's Brown? Brown is.
That is Roberto.
Yeah, so Brown, like you see it's like the Roberto's thing, and
I'm
then an
right
S.
here, if you can see that.
Hold on, I'm just gonna reload this stupid thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think you're seeing like any of our multitude of pings either.
No, I didn't see any pings whatsoever. So.
I'll just ping spam.
So you're way further up the tunnel than you would have
Oh
been
yeah,
because
no,
you
you're where
weren't
the
coming
yellow,
down the
you're where the
tunnel when
yellow one
initiative
is.
started.
Yeah. Yep. I see it now. Yeah,
Here,
you're where the
okay.
yellow one.
And you can still take your action to dash and move up to your movement speed again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So it'd be like right here.
Should
Yes.
be like halfway down the tunnel.
Yeah, halfway down the tunnel is
We'll
reasonable.
go like right here. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Sure. Okay, Sizzler.
I will do the same thing.
All right.
My movement is 25, so 50 total. Where do I get to go?
You can go a little bit between Ulfgar and whoever's yellow.
I am yellow.
Oh, then you can probably
Go like right here.
yeah, you can get like between Ulfgar and the Ulfgar and the opening. Yep.
Okay.
All right, Ivaris.
Did I see movement in the water?
You roll a perception. You did.
All right. I will fire an arrow at it.
Sure, you can attack it with disadvantage.
Yeah, and I get add a D4 because I'm blessed.
Indeed.
Hashtag.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Got you, fam.
Okay, a 19. Oh, I gotta pull this. I'm pretty sure a 19 hits.
23
23.
actually.
That also, yeah, that definitely hits regardless. All right, what is the damage?
And I'm gonna make it a distracting strike.
Okay. So what does that mean again? I have to attack. If I attack you, it's
the
with
next attack
disadvantage?
against it before my turn gets advantage.
Oh, it gets advantage. Okay, so it takes 13 hit points.
20 or 16.
16 hit points. Got it. Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
And I'm done.
Okay. Lina.
Lina's gonna do something. Hold on. Okay, she's going to use Quicken Spell.
Okay.
And she's going to cast.
Is that a? Do you have to roll in the wild magic table thing for that, or no?
No, you just use sorcerer points to make your spell happen. She'll have to roll after.
Sure.
Is your wild magic table still 1,000?
We do it sort of. We switch it up as we see fit. Okay, so you're gonna quicken magic.
So the thing that attacked me was the statue, right?
No, it was something in the water, but it was a psychic attack. So I mean, it seems reasonable that you could be a little confused with that.
Oh. Do I need to know where this thing is for this? I'm gonna cast magic missile at the water.
You have to see the creature to be able to target it with
Yeah, if you
magic
have to have
missile.
vision on it, then it's not gonna pan out.
Okay, then she's not gonna do Quicken Spell, and she's just gonna cast Blink.
Okay.
And that's
What is the text on Blink?
At the end of your turn, there's a 50% chance that you blink out of the material plane and go to the ethereal plane. Then you can come back within 10 feet where you vanished.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Actually, hold on. I'm just looking at my spells real quick. 1 second.
Okay.
There's no one to the west of me, right?
Only no one's to the west of you that you know of.
So she is gonna use Quicken Spell.
Okay.
And she's just gonna cast a fireball in the water.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Okay.
And she doesn't need to see the creature for that.
Perfect. Yep, that works. Yeah, that hits.
Nice. This is what I'm seeing about you.
You light this disgusting water on fire, and you see movement inside of it as something inside it seems to not like that.
Oh, it's the Chicago River.
And then
You're now standing in chest deep, flaming, disgusting sewer water.
Well, she casted Blink. So she gets to roll to vanish.
Okay, roll.
You also need to roll on the wild magic.
Yeah, sure.
Twice. You need to see if you. Oh, there it is.
Shit.
Oh my.
There it is.
No,
there
no,
it is.
no,
Roll
no,
again
no.
for the other one too.
Why?
No.
Go for 2.
What table do you
Go for
want?
2.
I don't know what table
no.
collectively. What table do you think she should roll on? 1,000.
Last
100.
time she did the 10,000, so we should probably just use the regular one this
Okay,
time.
let's use the. What is that? The 1,000 or 100?
It's just
It's the 100s.
All right.
Oh
It's
no,
just-
no,
I thought
no,
it was
no.
1,000.
No, it's 100 for the one in the player's handbook.
Oh,
Okay, I have a 100 pulled up. Let's see.
86.
86. Okay,
oh no.
that'll be fine.
No.
86.
You have bardic inspiration.
I don't like this.
Lina, did you roll the blink for me, please, so that we can resolve all this?
So she needs to roll a d20 for her second spell that she cast this turn for wild magic, and then she needs to roll a d20 at the end of the turn to see if she blinks away.
Okay, so roll. All right, so Lina, roll. All right, this is the end of your turn. So roll the roll 1d20 for your blink. Sorry. Okay. So you all see Lina cast this fireball. Then, like this puff of you just see this sort of like you see the air sort of move around her, and there's like a white glow, and then the glow blinds you, just just ever so slightly, momentarily. And when the glow dies down and you look back at Lina, this is what you see.
I immediately freak out.
That is so great.
So we hit rule 34.
How long are the tentacles?
Arm length.
Arm length.
Probably still useful.
Wait, no, that can't be right. What are you looking at?
I just pulled up the first one. And the first, I don't know, whatever the wild magic table is.
No, are we
first one on
looking at
Google.
the right? No, I'm looking at the one in the app, and it's different.
I just pulled up the first one on Google.
Okay.
What was the one you read? Just
Yeah, what was yours, Lina?
Mirror image.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
creates 3
That's
duplicates
this
of
is
her.
the one that I was. This is the one that's actually in the player's handbook.
Oh, I
86
have
is at
that
the
one's-
mirror image.
Yeah, that one's 85 on the one that I'm looking for. So close. Yeah, your arms are tentacles for a minute.
Ursula.
It doesn't say anything about her hands.
No, it just says the casters. I literally copied and pasted the full text.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't say anything about her hands.
So she.
She has tentacles.
Tentacles with hands at the end?
Yeah.
That's worse.
It's like some original Mickey Mouse shit.
Oh god, that's so sweet. Okay, so Lina, and you don't blink out at the end of the turn, so you're standing in waist deep,
Lina.
flaming sewer water with tentacles for arms. And it's the ooze's turn.
Good luck, ooze.
Seriously. Okay, the ooze is going to try to attack Lina.
I think you're forgetting some.
What am I forgetting?
Sanctuary.
It's got to make a wisdom save.
Good lord. Well, good thing this thing is super wise. That was a joke. It's definitely not. Oh, but it hit.
Damn.
But it is.
It had an 18 and a 0.
Yeah, that does it.
Okay, Lina, does a 10 hit though?
Nope.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay, well, rip. Okay, so I need everyone.
It's now visible, right?
Yeah, you definitely saw it. That was a physical attack that it just did. What everyone in the water needs to do though is roll a con save. Lina, roll.
You can add a D8.
Yeah, you get it. You get it to add a D8 to something. Don't forget that. Don't let my inspiration go to waste.
You want to roll your D8, Lina? Okay. Everyone passes. The flames don't seem to injure anyone yet.
Oh, did I have to make a con save?
No.
Smoke inhalation.
Only
incoming.
people in the water.
Bungo, run! Here comes the smoke. Rises.
Okay, guys, the smoke is getting very, very thick. Okay, I check every room. Okay. All right, Drip, it is your turn.
Why do y'all set things on fire so much?
Oh, you don't know the
You
half.
don't even want to know.
You literally don't know the half of it. There was one time where Lina set the same room on fire multiple times, and then cast ice on it multiple times after she set it on fire. You'll learn. What would you like to do?
Oh, great.
You also see this creature now. It is indeed an ooze. Drip, are you there?
Me. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
I'm making tokens and doing stuff and just exploring the app.
That's
All
okay.
right. I am going to do something super awesome. This. Boop. I assume my mantle of inspiration. I gain the ability to weave a song of fey magic that imbues all my allies with vigor and speed. So we're using my bardic inspirations. Huh?
Nope.
Thank you. I choose a number of creatures I can see and who can see you within 60 feet. So everyone in this room can see me. Can they in the hallway see me? Like in the tunnel? They're walking or running?
Probably not, because these are 10-foot squares.
Okay. So how many people are in the room that I want? 4?
3.
3?
Right. It's three people in the room, right?
So Ivaris. Who's this?
Ivaris,
There's like
Alden.
5 squares
Yeah,
in the room.
Ivaris, Alden, and Lina.
I think that's the aura around the statue.
Yes.
Is that
okay?
Isha?
All right. So you 3, you each gain 5 temporary hit points, and you also get to use a reaction speed without provoking any attacks of opportunity. So you can run away without. Yeah. So. Lina, you can run now. And I start thinking about how running is sometimes the best thing to do when you are being attacked by a pile of goo.
She's way better at singing than Bungo. Let's just put that.
Oh shit! Good thing Bungo's not here to hear that. Okay, great.
And that's what I do with my turn.
Okay, it's just a bonus action though, so you can do a full action if you want, or move as well.
Lina, you can move away from the ooze.
So I'm going to go stand kind of near the entrance of the tunnel.
Okay.
Because you guys are kind of new to Drip, and she's not sure she wants to stick around when you guys are being attacked by goo and setting things on fire down a deep, dark, scary tunnel when she's just trying to find her friend Arnold. But at the same time, she's like, you guys were trying to help, so I don't want to just abandon you. But I'm also ready to dip out.
Seems reasonable.
Drip's getting ready to dip.
Are you going to do anything with your action?
Everything requires me to be really close besides my singing.
Well, you could take a dodge.
What does a dodge do?
Like a dodge action, so...
Dodge action would give people attacking you disadvantage, so you might as well.
Yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. No, it's not a humanoid. That doesn't help.
No, it's a ooze cube.
Cubanoid.
Give me. Sorry, I'm trying to read my spells.
Don't worry about it.
Wow. Because I think most of the things need you to be humanoid.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just assuming that I'm dealing with humanoids. Oh, no, here we go. All right. So I did my little song. You guys felt it. I looked super awesome, and I am super awesome. And then I start vicious mocking the ooze. I start telling you how horrible it is. It's the worst thing in the world. It's just so stupid, and it's hiding in sewage. What kind of life is that?
All right. Let's see if this ooze can make a wisdom
Can
save.
get an 18.
Okay, Drip, you notice the ooze float up to the surface. You murdered the ooze with a vicious mock. You viciously mocked the ooze to death.
I mocked the ooze? This is what bards do! Yeah!
The ooze has been mocked to death, so it is now floating. It's floating on fire in like a sewage, I don't know, like a sewage room. You teased it to death. Congratulations. I hope you feel good about yourself this evening when you go to sleep.
Yeah, I saw this really funny meme that was like, how do bards got their powers, and or how clerics got their powers, they worship the god, like all that sort of stuff. And then it was bards, and they're like, yeah, so once I was insulting a goblin, it just died. That was weird. That's basically what I did to the ooze.
You did the same. Your lore is now complete. It's come full circle, and it just started.
I just figured you get a splinter from a magic loot.
That might have been it too. Okay, so the ooze is dead. There's again, you just to be clear, you all are in a flaming sewage now.
That's where I belong.
I'll start dragging Alden out of the sewage, and hopefully it'll burn itself out pretty quickly.
Yeah, sure.
It's not necessary. But you can hold my hand if you want.
Pop into the room. Hey guys, I heard some shouting. What's going on?
There was some sort of ooze, but it appears to be dead.
Interesting. Did
Yeah,
Ulfgar
so-
fart? It smells down here.
No, it was probably the ooze's victims.
Oh, I see fire. I'll go warn Bungo of the smoke. Run!
Okay, so the fire eventually burns its way out. If you guys are standing in the, going out of your way to stand in the sort of the portion of the room that is not, sort of, covered in water, right? The portion that barely water, or if you're standing in the hallway, the cavernous hallway that is not touching water.
Lina tries to walk away, but her arms keep like flailing, and the tentacles keep hitting the water and splashing it everywhere.
Okay.
Drip is going to remind people that we were looking for that.
Okay, Lina, make a Constitution save for your slappy tentacle arms. Yeah, you're fine. You're slapping the water with these tentacles. Based on what's happening, you imagine that the tentacles are actually fireproof.
So we need to put out the fire and then see what we can do about this statue. Because we're still looking for that arm, and I also do definitely want to turn its head back around.
Yeah, so you'd imagine that the fire would sort of burn itself out at a certain point, but it would certainly happen much quicker if you put it out somehow.
I use the sewage water to put the fire out.
Okay, so you use regular sewage water to try to put out flaming sewage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just churn it really fast.
Yeah, just sort of splash it at him.
Okay, so after much splashing,
That was fun.
Alden, with your magic touch your magic sewage touch you managed to put the flames out.
Nice. I'm filthy.
Yeah, you are disgusting now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back for my stuff and grab that little spear and see if it reacts to the aura of the statue when I bring it.
I'm gonna recommend to Alden that you go stand under the waterfall and get.
I'm on it. I'll go do that.
Okay, Alden, when you get to that room, roll me an investigation.
Is it the first room, right?
Yeah, when you get to the first room, yeah. You can't see it anymore. It's covered by tokens, but it's you don't have to go all the way over there, but just tell me you won't be in that room anymore. And tell me, give me an investigation roll. Okay, Alden, you find as you're sort of traipsing back and walking through the sand again, you find in the sand you find 2 iron spikes, a tinderbox, and a pair of pants sized for an adult human.
Are those spikes sort of like call chops, or do they like look any sort of design?
No, they're just they're not caltrops. They are just like iron spikes, like you would imagine perhaps a like some sort of a rail spike or something.
Okay.
But much
big
thinner.
ass nails.
Yeah, just big nails, basically.
All right. And I will clean myself then.
Okay, you were.
Did I succeed?
I don't know. Give me a clean thyself roll.
Let's see. What about a medicine check? Would that do?
Sure.
He
I
gets
cleaned
all
the hell out of
You are
myself.
so clean. You're somehow you're
I'm
cleaner.
Sparkling.
Yeah, exactly. You're cleaner than you've ever been. Believe it or not.
All right, I'm gonna go back. Doop, doop, doop.
Okay, so you guys are going to look. Ivaris, the orb does not react to the statue.
All right, I'll go put it back before I go back over the statue. How deep is the water around the statue deep to like get to it? All right, then I'll just strip down before I get in this disgusting sewage water.
Okay, nude Ivaris is in chest deep sewage water.
I whistle.
I am uncomfortable.
I'm thinking about joining him.
I will go to the statue and see if there's anything on it that can be manipulated to flip this head around.
I'm
Sure.
gonna.
Go
Go ahead.
No,
I'm gonna recommend keep looking for that arm.
Okay, so Ivaris, when you go to touch the statue's head, you notice that it's actually pretty light, and that the head is hollow and has holes for the eyes and a larger hole for its fanged mouth. Further inspection reveals that the head has screwed threads and is removable.